V'hinei lahavin bir inyan zeh. Now, in order to understand this idea, הנה יש להקדים תחילה עניין אחד בעניין העיבור דזה בבטן אמא תס חדשים חולו. We should first preface the concept of the pregnancy of Zir Anpin inside the womb of the mother, 9 months and so forth. Inside of Bina, Sha'inyan Hu al derech mashal, that the concept is, for example, Shemin hashpas atipa shayaba rakoch havlad biruchnius, that in the flow of the drop that had in it the strength of the potential for the child, biruchnius mamayin dechurin umayin nukvin, spiritually, from the masculine arousal and the feminine arousal, lo haya misaviv vlad gashmis b'tzirei varim mibasar v'atzamos. You wouldn't have just from that the creation of a physical baby with an image of its limbs, of flesh and bones, unless you first have to have this flow, wait there and be held there in the womb of the mother a long time. Because then you can change the essence that's there from the spiritual to the physical. But because by this waiting and holding over there, it changes from its first essence and changes to a different essence, to be pictured and to get the image of the essence of a baby. And for this reason, the child needs to wait in the womb of the mother 9 months, in order to, so that in this time, in this great time, it should change to a physical, to an essence of something physical. And look what's brought about this in the name of the Magid of Mezrich, in the explanations of the Zohar Pinchas, in the verse and in the first month, in the Mamer, it starts that in the time that it's impregnated, it becomes hidden. And therefore, if it waits there longer, therefore the babies that wait all the way to 9 months, you have a better chance of surviving in general than those that are there only 7 months, because they become more of a change of the essence, more physical, through that process. And there's even this idea of those that are there for 12 months. And the opposite, if it doesn't wait 9 months, that it's there 8 months, it's called a miscarried baby. That does not have the standing of life force and the essence of life in physical limbs and vessels, and so forth. And this entire change of its essence and being pregnant 9 months comes through the mother specifically. Because when it's pregnant in the mother's womb, it becomes like one of its her limbs. As is known, that the mother, the The fetus is considered a limb of the mother, part of the mother. Therefore, it eats what the mother eats. If so, it receives its life from the life of the mother. And with this flow of life, it causes it to change in its essence, to become more physical. And allegorically you can understand this above. That the light of the emanator in its essence and being is a completely simple light, in a way of infinity, truly infinite, that does not have any kind of connection or comparison to the emanated lights mi'ito that come from him. And at first glance you could wonder, how can this light and flow come into an emanated, come down as an emanated light, since the concept of emanation and the world of Atzilus does not have any comparison to this light at all in any way. This light is completely beyond. But rather we compare this to the concept of the flow of the father that waits and is held in the womb of the mother 9 months and so forth. So too, with the light of the flow from the essence of the emanator, Or, the light is, so to speak, held there, and it's hidden in a impregnated state for 9 months. So Yud Beis Chodashim Bebechinas Malchus to Bina, 12 months in Malchus of Bina. So the infinite light that's drawn down from Yisod of Abba is, so to speak, goes through a process of tzimtzum in Malchus of Bina in order to come down. And so this is what's brought in Zohar Bishalach, that when the hidden Atik, the hidden of all hiddens, wants to bring down blessings, to invite blessings to the world, it rests all of everything in this hidden supernal place, and from there it's drawn these blessings. Look over there. So it says a similar idea, that it has to place it in some kind of receptacle in order for the bracha to come down. So it first is held the light that's drawn from Atik into Bina specifically in order to bring it down. And the essence is completely changed. And then you can create the essence of an emanated light, like the light of kindness of Atzilus, so like the light of strength and so forth, to bring them out from Imayla, Ukiyot and the like, and if the essence hadn't changed in being pregnant for 9 months, it still would have remained in its first essence, like the essence of the giver, Shiur, which is the simple light that cannot come down, that's incomparable to below. But when the light is held and hidden 9 months or 12 months, its first essence is changed, and changed to the essence of light and as an emanated light and so forth. Vayin b'Zohar chilik beis Parshat Truma daf kuf samech zayin amusuf amud aleph ve'amud beis. And look what in Zohar Truma shezeu inyan Ohr Hatorah, that this process is the concept of light and water and firmament, the congealing of the essence to become more physicalized. Concept of Yom Yabia Omer is Ohr Hatorah. Uperish b'me ori or os aleph sif tzadik zayin v'zelashono. Omer hu yisod. Omer hu yisod hatipa hanekrat chila ba'aba, or that the concept of Omer is the secret of the drop that's called light in Abba first. And then when it's drawn to the feminine, it's called water. The drop becomes water, and the father it's light. And in the womb of the feminine, that you have the building of the child. That's the concept of the firmament. And so too are the Rashi Tevos of the word saying. Hashem yitain Omer ad kan dvarav, and that's like the verse in Tehillim, that Hashem will give Omer, Hashem will give his statements, but it also means this Ohr Hatorah. Nisbar in Yinza Besider al Pasuk Halalu Kel Bekocho Halaluhu Berkia Uzo, and it's explained upon the verse, praise Kel in his holiness, praise him, and that his strength is in the firmament. So there you have the Chachma in Kodesh, and the Rekia with the Gvura, the Tzimtzum of Bina and so forth. And over there it talks about how the creation of the firmament is from the water. So it's similar to what the verse says, that on the heads of the chaya, the angel, like it's compared to the animal, you have this firmament that's like this the awesome ice, and allegorically like the ice that's created from water, to the water congealing. Similarly, you have this idea of the formation of the creation of the firmament, that it's the water as it becomes physicalized. That's the body of the child, of the baby, that comes from the water of the drop, the liquid drop from the father that becomes the baby. So that's the concept of the water becoming formed, similar to the rakia. Look what's brought about this in Tazria, about the argument in the heavenly court, about the tzaras and so forth, in Baharas, in 11 Kadmala Baharas and so forth. Shamperik Beis, ובדיבור המסך ביום השמיני ששלח פרק ג' וגם בכינס מים רקיע, זהו כעניין המשך מתורה שבכתב בתורה שבעל פה. And also the concept of the water and the firmament, it's like the idea of drawing down from the written Torah to the oral Torah. As is understood from what's brought in the Mamer about Shmini Atzeres, that you should have an ingathering over there also. You finish the Torah on Shmini Atzeres, the Torah Shebichsav, and drawing down into the Torah Shebal Peh. Also this concept of drawing down from the masculine of Torah shbichsav, to the feminine of Torah shebal peh. V'sham perek gimel v'zeu inyan shabina nikres shchina ilah, and that's why the Shebina is called the supernal Shechina, the Kmo B'yichud Zon, that just like in the uniting the masculine and the feminine of Zon Nukva, She'i Efshar Shiyum Shechashpa Miza Ba'atzmul B'yai El Alideha Malchus Tavka, that you can't draw down the flow from Zeir Anpin itself to the lower worlds of Bria, Yitzhira, and Asiya, unless it comes through Malchus specifically. Shalachin and Neshamos Hein Be'ibur Tchila B'Malchus, that therefore the souls first are impregnated into the concept of Malchus. And look what's brought about this idea that its seed is on the earth being Malchus, and so forth. And the explanation that you should bring the korban to me in its time. So I guess Li B'Moed, the concept of Zman is Malchus. You're bringing down into Malchus. And so too, you cannot have the flow from the supernal wisdom into Zeir Anpin of Atzilos itself, unless it comes through Bina. And look what's brought in the explanations of the Zohar, that Yaakov came out from the well of the seven, Beersheva, which is, I guess, the idea of the Shosh of Tiferes and Bina or something. Ketzer Daled. V'zehu k'mo she'am shachas hamayim duchurin tzarech lios niklat berechem hanukva. And this is like the idea of the masculine waters that need to be grasped by the feminine womb, and through waiting there, its essence is changed. That from this drop should become a baby with 248 limbs and so forth. And so too, in order so that the light and the flow from the emanator, that's drawn through supernal wisdom, you should draw down the emotions of Zeir Anpin from Chachma through Bina. This is also the idea of the 248 limbs of Zah, Tes Sfiros, which are 9 Sfiros, Tes Pamim Tes, Upei Aleph, that 9 times 9 is 81. And in each one of these 81 you have the head, the middle, and the end. So 81 times 3, and so that's 243 plus the 5 kindnesses that greaten it. So that's 248 limbs. So that's of Zeir Anpin, and coming from being formed from in Bina, and the mother. So like